Hey y'all. Sorry, I didn't record earlier, but it's been a busy day. I actually went to work today, and earlier today, and then came home for transfer day. So today was transfer day, but my transfer time wasn't until 2:30, so I went to work this morning until noon. Figured I might as well go ahead and go to work, and I had a lot of stuff to do anyway. And that way I could take today, the rest of the day off, tomorrow off, and then went ahead and took off Friday since Monday's a holiday. So figured, I can relax and just chill and all that good stuff. So let me speed this up so I don't hold you guys long after that last 30-minute video I had the other day and tell you guys about the transfer day. So babe came and got me. I was giving him a hard time because, as usual, he was at work, even though it's his day off, and he was late picking me up. And not like uber late, but he was late, and he knows how I am. Like, I'm super OCD, and it's like, please don't stress me out, because you already know I don't show nerves, but they're there, and he knows that. So he was laughing at me because he's like, I already knew you was gonna be tripping. And he drank my Powerade last night, and I was like, I need that for tomorrow. So he went. So we stopped along the way and got me another one. And I have been drinking water, but we stopped and got me another Smart Water because I was like, I don't know if I'm drinking enough. I had plenty, so you guys know who are planning. I think I literally drank a gallon of water today. I didn't need that much. So when we were driving on our way to the clinic, and the clinic's like 30 minutes from my house in good traffic. And oh my God, we were probably like 5 miles from the clinic. I was like, I have to pee so bad, but I need to stop because I need to get some more water because I'm going to have to pee when we get there. So I'm going to have to chug some more water while we're in the waiting room. So we get there. After we stop, we get to the clinic, and I told him, I'll meet you in the hall. I literally ran inside, went to the bathroom, and he went ahead and checked us in while I was doing that. And it felt so good. I was like, I know I shouldn't let all this out, but if I don't, it's not gonna be good. I've had a couple of UTIs in the past, and I'm like, I don't want to have just a bunch of fluid in my belly and not let it all out and risk UTI. So I was like, I gotta let out most of this, and then I'll just chug, because I had a big bottle of Smart Water, like the 38, 33, whatever ounce it is. I keep looking because I thought it was over there, but it's not. So anyway, drinking water while we're in the waiting room, and I'm like, I gotta pee. I can't hold this anymore. I gotta pee. So I had to go pee again. I drank another, probably about 12 ounces, just real quick. And I'm like, hopefully they'll call us back soon. So they call us back, and I thought it was going to be longer because there were so many people in the waiting room. I didn't know what they were in there for, but they called us back. And I was like, oh, good. They're going to be really timely. This is great. So they called us back, went in. She's like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm great. I got to pee, but I'm good. And I was like, I got to pee. So literally, this is like 3 minutes later. Like, I got to pee. And I'm like, but I'm going to hold on. I knew this was going to be like this, and I'm going to make it through it. It was so tough. She came in, and I forgot about me having to pee. After she came in, my doctor came in and was like, so we transferring 1 or 2? And I was like, so does that mean that at least 2 of my babies made it? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, what do you think? And she's like, if it were me, I'd just transfer 2 of them. She's like, if you had twins, would you be completely upset? And I said, no. And she asked babe, and he was like, transfer 2. Because he's been wanting to transfer 2. Because he wants twins. Because he's crazy. So then the embryologist came in, and she's like, I have your babies. And I said, so she brought me the picture. Let me show them to you. So this is number 1. this has been number one the whole time. So if you watched the last video, I shared that I had one that was very good quality, and by day 4 was already a marula, and that's this one. This is a 6AA based off their grading system embryo, and I'll tell you why. So this is the inner mass here, and I thought it was going to be a lower grade, even though it's hatching. So let me start there. It's hatching, and that's why it's a 6. Is because the question is where is it at as far as the type of blastocyst that it is, and this is a hatching blast, and you can see it's fully hatched. That's why. Well, let me calm down. I'm getting ready to get ahead of myself. So this is the inner mass, and you can see it looks funny to me. So I was like, well, I'm used to, and I'll show you the other one, that this, in the pictures you guys have shown of a, the inner mass being a little more solid. And she said, that's because it's hatching. So it's spreading out because it's hatching. I said, oh, okay. And this is the trifectoderm, and they graded this an A also. So it's a 6AA because it has several cells, which to me, it didn't look like it because I'm a moron when it's this stuff. I don't know a lot about it other than what I've read and watched on YouTube. So I'm thinking, okay, this doesn't look like a lot of cells. Well, no, the cells are here. Because it's hatching, they're not here like you see in some of the pictures, but there's actually many, many, many cells. So they consider this a 6AA. And then we have this little booger, which was originally a good quality, that we talked about in the prior video. And it's a 6AA also. And I was confused by this one too, because if you see, I didn't realize this is hatching. I thought this was just the embryo, and this was something else, kind of like this. I just thought it was something else hanging around. But no, this is actually part of the embryo, and it's hatching. So this is a hatching blast. But this one looks a little bit more like what I expected. If you look at it, unlike this other one, to me, I was like, this one looks like more of a perfect circle. Not perfect, but it's more of a circle, an even circle. And you can see the mass very clearly here. So this is the inner cell mass, clearly seen, really good diameter as far as what she shared with me. And that's why they consider that an A. And then all of these cells here is what makes this trifectoderm considered an A. So again, it's a blast, it's a hatching blast, really very clear inner cell mass, and then a nice expanded trifectoderm, expanded blast with many, many cells. So we have 2 beautiful boogers here. So the question is, what happened to the other 2? Well, they're watching them. One of them, she's like, I'm not sure about that one. That was the one that's been our fair one, the one that didn't initially fertilize. She's like, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that one. She's like, it's not falling apart, but she said it is a little bit fragmented already. And she said, but it could come back. So we're going to see what happens with that one. She said the other one, I don't know yet, but I feel a little bit more confident about that one. That was my other one that was good. So we'll see. So I said, so basically you're saying Babe did his job too, since these made it. I said, now if the other 2 don't make it, that means he only partly did his job. No, I'm just kidding. He did a good job. He let me dump him with supplements without complaint. So then what happened, right? So once she said everything was good with the babies, these 2 babies, watching the other 2 babies, and they'll call me about those 2 babies tomorrow, I remembered I had to pee. And it came right back, and I was like, I really have to go to the bathroom. So she had Babe get dressed, put on the suit. That was funny. He's doing a photo video. So once he gets done putting all the photos together, I'll upload that so you guys can see the photos of him and his suit. And I got dressed, and I was just pacing and rocking, and he's like, but it can't be that bad. And I'm like, shut up. You don't know how this feels. You never had to be like this. It hurts because I have to pee so bad and I can't. She came in, my doctor, and she's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I just got to pee so bad. I was like, other than that, I'm fine. She's like, tell the nurse, let her go pee. She's like, if she has to pee like that, she's got plenty of water. Plenty of water for us to work with. So I went to the bathroom and I told her, I'm only going to let a little bit. And she said, it's fine. So I went. I let out more than a little bit, but I didn't let out a lot. I did not empty myself at all. I just like pushed. I was like, okay, one more time. I pushed again, let a little bit more out. I was like, okay, just let the pressure off of my stomach. And I was like, okay. So then we went, they put me on the stretcher and then, I walked in, me and babe. And then I got on the stretcher, inside the room. And, hold on one second, babe. It's my son. Oh, is that you, Josiah? Josiah. Sorry, I'm talking to my son. You can come in, babe. So, I'm doing a video, so don't interrupt me just for 1 second, okay? So I lay down on the bed, close the door, and they tell my babe, he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, they had to convince him to come into the room with me. So, but he came. He was gonna come because I wasn't gonna let him out of that. So he came. He's up by my head, holding onto my hand. And the first thing they did, but they were getting me ready as far as like the drapery and whatnot, is they had the embryos up on a screen so we could see them in the dish that had our name and everything on it. And then they let us see her actually putting the embryos into the catheter. And then, because you could see all this happening on the screen. And then she brought the catheter in and gave the catheter to my doctor. By then, my doctor had already put the speculum inside of me, and that was fine. Didn't hurt at all. I didn't have any Valium. I know some women have Valium and whatnot. I didn't need anything. It didn't hurt at all. What was so uncomfortable is when she started pushing on my stomach, the nurse with the ultrasound, so they could see and make sure that everything was happening the way that it needs to. That was so uncomfortable. I think I squeezed the crap out of my babe's hand. Mind you, my hands are little, so it probably didn't hurt him. But yeah, I didn't like it. But it wasn't like it hurt. It just because I had to pee so bad. Super uncomfortable. And then they showed me on the sonogram. They were showing me step by step what was happening, and the whole blast of light was so neat. Seeing that, I've seen it on videos from other people, and just seeing it on the screen was so neat. And yeah, it was neat. And then they did the check, and they literally did the check, not where they just went in the back and said anything. She checked it while we were watching. You could see her actually in the dish putting the fluid from the catheter back into the dish, and then digging through it to make sure that there was no egg there. And then she was looking at it through a magnifying glass, but for us, it was blown up, and you can just see it. It was so neat watching that. And then gave them the thumbs up that no egg was present, meaning that they were both there. And then they had me transfer to another bed and wheeled me out back into the recovery room, and we hung out there for like 15 minutes, and then let me go pee. It was so great. But that wasn't the end. We left, and I think I made him stop 3 times on the way home, that 30-minute drive home. Maybe 35 minutes because there was a little traffic, and we stopped 3 times. Went to go get something to eat. I didn't want French fries. Sorry, guys. If this doesn't work because I didn't get fries, then you guys will talk about me later. But I didn't want fries. We stopped and got I got some jerk chicken, some greens because those are really salty, and some yams. And then now I'm sitting here drinking my Powerade. So it was a good day. She told me to come and just relax for the rest of the day. Come here. I'm gonna have my son come over. He's never on any of my videos on here, but this is my This is my 10-year-old, so it's my baby. He says hi. He's drawing. But yeah, so that was my day. Hopefully that was interesting enough. And fingers crossed, prayers. I appreciate it. Keep you posted. Bye.